Hey guys, how's it going? Eric Norris here. Today we're going to be working on getting some more distance. That's something I'm working on right now, and I wanted to bring you guys in on this journey with me. I was doing some field work a little bit yesterday, and I was kind of maxing out around 380, and I definitely want to get to like 450 if I can. And so I've been doing a lot of research, watching a lot of videos, and I want to give you guys all the information that I've learned and stuff that I'm starting to work on doing this field work here today, and hopefully not only help me but also help you guys. A few different techniques, and I'm also working on removing some bad habits that I had with some of my old form. One of my old forms, I kind of swooped a lot, and then also I did more of like a bunny hop. I'm trying to avoid those. The swooping I think has gotten better. I also used to touch my disc twice before I threw. That one I've worked on the past couple weeks, so I've eliminated that. So now it's literally just kind of like how Ulibarri or Paul Macbeth, how they go with just one arm. And so that's what I've changed to, and it's been helping tremendous, just that one tip. So here's like maybe 5 or so tips that I've been learning about how to get maximum speed and maximum distance. So one of them is your grip. To grip a little harder than you normally would. I grip at a normal pace, but one thing I need to start doing is gripping a little harder. That's one thing. The other thing is the coil. When you're on your X step in your coil, I normally have the disc like this, but what I'm doing now is this. So that way it gives you, it's almost like being a ninja. It gives you almost more speed and more leverage when your whole body's moving. So that way it gives you more potential to get further down the line. And then of course when you plant your foot, you want to make sure that it's not straight or this way. You want to give it a little bit of that way. When you release, then it turns. So it's all about that leverage. It's all about using your whole body. You don't want to use just your arm. You want to use your whole body, just like a baseball player when they're batting. You're using your whole body. So that's what we're working on today. So first thing is the grip. Second thing is turning inward this way instead of this, because this is kind of what I've been doing. So right now I'm changing my form today. Hopefully you guys will go with me on this journey, and then it naturally comes out flat anyway. So the whole point of that is the coil system. It's almost like the power pocket combined, where you get to that spot and you're coming in so tight and so quickly that it gives you more leverage to get further way down there. And another one is bending the knees. So when you're trying to implement all these at once, it's a little hard on the brain to kind of capacitate it all, but the key is just working it over and over again. So I'm going to throw a couple. We'll just go ahead through this together, and I'll show you kind of what I'm doing. All right, first thing is coil, gripping harder, bending the knees, X step, planting, pocket, release. So that's the idea. So there's one. Don't worry about where you're throwing in the beginning of this. You're just working on your form, and it's muscle memory too. When you're doing this, you got to do it 1,000 times before you even get to the field. What I was doing last night, before I went to bed last night, I just sat there in the living room and kept doing the motions, going plant, grip, flick, turn, bend the knees. So I don't bend my knees very well, so that's why I need to do that more. Just think of being a ninja. You're like quick on your feet, and you have more ability to really barrel it down there. So here comes another coil. There's another. Okay, let's go with an Envy. Those were stabilizers. I'm throwing putters right now. All right, coil, grip hard, release. And you just keep doing it over and over again. I love this Envy. I just got this one. And here's what I was doing before. I almost like James Conrad. I had a long run up, and I had that bunny hop and everything. And if you don't have the right technique, you're not going to utilize all your maximum potential. So you really want to avoid certain things. So I'm like trying to get rid of all the swoop, trying to keep it straight. So lately it's been straight, But now I'm implementing this as of today, like I was saying. So all these new things are all coming in together, and hopefully we can just do this together. Okay, bringing it out, grip hard, coil, X brace, and you're using your whole body. That was a killer throw. That was a very far distance. I feel like that all came together right there. Got a couple eagle ranges. I might even do this lefty. I don't want to turn the camera around. We'll just do it right here. But okay, say I'm going this way. Coil. So. That was another good throw. I just started throwing lefty recently because I injured my shoulder, but now it's healing up. But now I can throw lefty, so that's pretty cool. So same thing. And you're not even have to run up. It's almost like a slow, methodical X-step release. Oh, I just found a lucky quarter. So another lefty here for you. So coil, X-step, release. And what I've noticed on my form lefty is I got much more of a natural hyzer lefty than I do righty. And maybe that's because when I first started throwing right-handed, I had a very overstable disc. So it's naturally made me throw very level. But anyway, I hope these techniques can help you guys. And maybe there's something, because we're on this journey together. So if you guys see something that might improve my game or help everyone else, put it in the comments, because it can really help us all. We're here to encourage each other and not to tear each other down. So here we go. Here's another coil, grip hard, X-step, plant. And it's just that quick snap. And sometimes you'll hear me do the snap. You'll hear Ulibarri do it a lot. Eagle will do it a lot. And a lot of times it's just the timing of when you release it. And you don't have to have that. It's just, it just sounds kind of cool when you do it. It's just like a flick. All right, so one more time. Come back a little further. Grip, bend the knees. Yeah, because the whole idea is you don't want to put added pressure or added strain on your body. You want to do everything as natural feeling as possible. Because if you plant too hard, then you put too much pressure on your knee joints and stuff like that. You want to think about it for the long term. And so that's what I'm trying to do. Here we go. Another coil, grip hard, release. Yeah. It'll be really exciting to see how this goes when I throw my drivers. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe when the wind dies down a little bit. All right, here comes one more. Grip, coil, step, release. Yeah, that was so straight. So I hope these are giving you guys ideas. And next I'll throw some drivers. All right, now's the time in the show where we start throwing some drivers. We've got a couple fairway drivers I'm gonna start out with. A couple Craves, move to a Tesla, a Wraith. So I got MVP and I got Innova. Those are my two main companies that I throw. And so I got a Wraith, got a Charger. I actually got an Emperor in there, which is an Infinite. And then I got a Charger, maybe I said that right, and a Vanish and something else. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and you'll see. Just got to remember it. And you know, it takes a lot of muscle memory. You got to do this over and over again. It just doesn't happen overnight. So you just got to, like 1,000 reps, just like in the gym, you know, pump it up. All right. And there is a basket down there. I'm actually going to aim for it now. Oh, that went way past it. Well, that's a good sign. All right, let's try that again. Ooh, that's a target right on point. Let's go. Throw a little overstable disc. Man, it comes out pretty slick, I will say. And today's literally my first day of doing this, so this just goes to show you how quickly, if you really iterate it into your brain and your body's DNA, how quickly you can change your form. And that's what we're working on today, is getting as far down there as you can. So bending the knees, everything into play. Much better. Just think kind of like how Eagle McMahon's form is. Ooh, I parked it, just sat right under the basket. Like if you look at Eagle's form, even like when he throws a sidearm, it looks like even Gannon Burr, just looks like they're throwing in slow motion. But they have the form down. They have the right components all in place. And so that's what we're working on. Let's do a sidearm. Another thing I've been working on too, I'm changing to 2 fingers. I was doing a staggered before, but I've changed to 2 fingers just in the past week. Boy, has that improved. And I'm kind of doing a similar Adam Hammis Macbeth thing. I wish you guys could see that. That's my most overstable disc. That's an Emperor. Okay, here's a Corvette. So yeah, grip harder, coil, power pocket, bend knees, release. Very straight. Just doing these things over and over. And I watched a bunch of different coaches on this, so I'm taking from everyone that I saw. So there's just little bits to all of it. It can really help us all. You almost feel like a ninja too when you throw in like that. It's like this quick whipping motion. I just got this one. This is cool. Look at that crazy stamp. All right, this will be the last one. I want to just bomb it, but there's not enough space down there. Coil, release. All right, here we are from a different perspective, so you can see my form from the back and the actual distance here. I'm going to throw a couple warm-ups, trying to remember the muscle memory, all the things I got to remember. Hard grip, coil, power pocket, bend the knees, plant, quick whip. That's the thing I'm working on, and hopefully this will help you guys. That was probably not even 300 feet, maybe barely. But like I said, these first 2 are kind of still warm-ups. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's start with the Vanish. The Gyropalooza. I feel like I didn't even put that much into it, and it's because I'm using my whole body. Before I was using too much of my arm, just trying to muscle it with my arm, and that's when you get problems. Practice. Remember to bend my knees. Macbeth is really good at bending his knees. Hyzer. All right, I'm gonna try to bomb this one. No, I didn't really get a good release, but it's up to the asphalt. All right, gonna throw a charger, maybe a little Annie flex. This is day 1, so keep in mind, like I said, there's a lot of practice involved, a lot of reps. The one thing I've got to do is grip harder. That's one thing I'm forgetting. Too much hyzer. If I had thrown that more on my Annie, let's try the Emperor. This will be the last throw. This one's way overstable, so I'm gonna have to really Annie. Hopefully you got something out of this, and go out there and throw some discs and just work on that technique. You know, reach back, power pocket, gripping harder, planting, release. Full body motion, because you want to use your whole body, because what that does is it takes less pressure off the arm, and you're literally giving you're giving yourself more potential, more momentum to get that disc further when you use your whole body. Because obviously if you're just sitting here, you're not going to get far, you know. So really think about using your whole body, and make sure you bend your knees. That's something I need to keep working on. So I hope this served you well, guys. If you did, please like, please subscribe, tell a friend. Eric Norris, peace out.